Okay, in this session, we will discuss HTTP JSP page interface. So last session already we have discussed which interface? GSP page interface. GSP page interface. So GSP page is interface. Now its child interface is HTTP. GSP page is the child interface. It is the child interface of GSP page interface. GSP page interface contains two lifecycle methods: GSP init, GSP destroy. Okay, now we understand HTTP GSP page interface. It is the child interface of GSP page. It contains only one method, underscore GSP service method. So remember this point. GSP page interface contains two lifecycle methods: init, GSP init, and GSP destroy. GSP destroyer. It contains two lifecycle methods, GSP init and GSP destroyer. HTTP GSP page interface contains only one lifecycle method, underscore GSP service method. It contains underscore GSP service method. So it is the child interface of GSP page interface. It contains only one method, underscore GSP service. This method will be executed for every request. Actually, when you send a request for a servlet, okay, so servlet interface contains three lifecycle method: init, service, and destroy. Init and destroy method will be executed only one time. When you make a request, web container call init method, web container internally called destroy method, a web container internally called the service method. Service method will be executed for every request. So the entire logic we have required to place under service method, because service method will be executed for every request. But here in case of GSP page interface, we have service method underscore GSP service method. Actually, web container always calls service method of HTTP GSP base class. So when you make a request, web container always calls service method, which take two parameters: HTTP servlet request or HTTP servlet response, but which internally call underscore GSP service method. Underscore GSP service method should be generated automatically by the web container at the translation phase. So at the time of translation phase, this method will be generated automatically. So underscore GSP service method should be generated automatically. Should be generated automatically by the web container at the translation phase, and we can't override this method. We can't override. Actually, you have GSP init, GSP destroy. If you want to override GSP init method, GSP destroy method in GSP page, you can override. But underscore GSP service method will not be override. Why? Because this method should be generated automatically by the web container at the time of translation phase. So we can't override. If we are override underscore GSP service method in the GSP explicitly, then generated servlet class contains also underscore GSP service method. So then it will get compile time error, because two methods with the same signature can't be reside in a single class. So that's why underscore GSP service method we can't override in our GSP page. Why? Because when web container converts GSP page into corresponding servlet, web container generate underscore GSP service method for that generated servlet. Okay, underscore GSP method should be generated automatically by the web container at the time of translation phase. So that's why we can't override this method. Underscore GSP for service method, we need to invoke. This method will be invoked for every request. So this is the life cycle method. Okay. So HTTP GSP page is the child interface which contain only one method, underscore GSP service method. Okay. So now what is the life cycle of GSP page? If someone is asked what is the life cycle? So life cycle of GSP page is we can say three method life cycle of GSP page. One is the GSP init, GSP destroy, and underscore GSP service method. So life cycle of GSP method. What is the life cycle method of GSP? GSP init. First one is the GSP init. Second one we can say GS underscore GSP service, and third one is known as GSP destroyer. So these methods are called life cycle method. Okay. What happened when you create a GSP file? What here? Suppose you're creating .gsp file. First, it will convert okay .gsp file converted into .java file. This process is known as translation phase. After translating, it will compile .java file compile into .java class file. And once compilation is done, now class loading is happening. Once class is loaded, for loading class object is created, that is known as instantaneous happening. Once object is created, now lifecycle method is started. GSP init method will invoke. How many times? Only one times. Then next lifecycle method underscore GSP service. So this method will invoke for every request. And under GSP destroy, this method will invoke only one time at the time of object destruction. So these are life cycle method of GSP page. Clear? So in this session, we will discuss how to create a GSP file and how to write a GSP code. How we can write a code in GSP. So GSP means HTML with Java. Yes, no? It is a dynamic template. So we can embed Java code within a HTML file. So GSP we are using for presentation for presentations. Where we need to create a GSP file. GSP files actually basically GSP we are using for view purpose. So whatever view we have required, we need to place under web content directly. Okay. So here we create GSP file. So suppose I give the GSP file is name as a hello.gsp. Hello.gsp. I'm creating the GSP file. Hello.gsp file is created. This is the GSP file. And now when you create a servlet, you need to configure the servlet to access. You can configure servlet using URL pattern. But if you want to access GSP file, you have not required to configure GSP file. Without URL pattern, you can access GSP file. Okay. So let's suppose here we want to write a code. But before writing the code, let's understanding what a GSP element. We understanding the GSP elements. So there are different number of GSP elements. So first of all, we describing the scripting element, GSP scripting element. What is the GSP scripting element and what is the use of GSP scripting element? Scripting elements, let's understand scripting elements. There are two types of scripting element in GSP. One is the traditional scripting elements. Second one is the first one is the traditional scripting element. And second one is a modern scripting language. Okay, let's understand one by one. In its traditional scripting elements, we have three types: expression, scriptlet, and directives. Okay, so we have two types of scripting elements: traditionals and modern scripting elements. Okay, we have two types of scripting elements. We have two types of scripting language. One is a traditional scripting element, another is a modern scripting elements. Let's understand one by one. What is a scripting element? Actually, using a scripting element, we can write Java code within a GSP file. If you want to write Java code in a GSP file, you can write Java code in GSP file using scripting elements. So in scripting element, we have two types of scripting element: traditional scripting element, another is a modern scripting element. In traditional scripting elements, we have expression. So first of all, understand expression tag. What is the expression tag? Expression scripting element. Expression tag. Okay, let's understand. If you want to write any Java expressions within a GSP file, you can use expression scripting element. How you can use angle bracket, percentage, and equal. You and now percentage angle bracket. So within this tag, we can write any Java expression. Whatever Java expression if you want to write, you can write Java expression within a expression tag. Expression tag is used to defining the Java expression within a GSP. So expression can be used to print a Java expression to the GSP. Okay. This X tag is used to print any Java expressions. Okay, let's understand how we can write expression tag. How we can write Java expressions. Okay. So remember this point. If you want to write any Java expression, okay, expression can be used to print Java expressions to the GSP file. Okay. So let's now we open the Eclipse and we are understanding. So this is GSP files. Now here we want to write any Java expression. Suppose we're writing 2 plus 2. This is the, now we run it, first of all web application, run Java server. Now check here. We want to fetch which page? Hello.gsp. Hello.gsp. When you run it, watch here. 2 plus 2. It will print same whatever you have written, but we want to write expression. If anyone, we want to solve this expression value. If you want to write any Java expression within a GSP file, you can use expression tag. This is expression tag. This is expression tag. Okay. If you want to print any Java expression in the GSP file, you can write that expression under expression tag. So now if you save it, run it, you can check here. Now if you run it, you can check here, you will get the output. It means when you want to write any Java expressions, you can write Java expression within a expression tag. This expression tag, what does? It will dynamically solve this expression and it will produce the result. It will print the result on the browser. Okay. So expression tag is used to write any Java expression in GSP. So what is the use of expression tag? Expression can be used to print a Java expression to the GSP. Okay. So whatever we are writing, remember this point in the expression. In servlet, if you want to print any statement on the browser, what we are using? Print writer object. Using print writer object, we are printing any object in the any information on the browser. Yes, using print writer object, we are printing any statement on the browser. Now in GSP, we have a out object. GSP actually provide number of built-in object. In servlet, what you need to? So in servlet, what we are using? We are using out object. Yes, no? Print writer object we are using. We are using the print writer object. We are using the print writer object. Using print writer object, we are writing how? First of all, we need to create the print writer. Response dot get writer. We are getting the print writer, then we are printing. But in GSP, we will discuss implicit object. GSP provide a number of implicit object. You have not required to create the object. GSP provide built-in object. If you want to print any statement, you can use directly out dot println. Out is a built-in object. You can use directly without creating it. So here, expression tag. Whenever you writing anything in expression, okay, the expression will become argument out dot println present in underscore GSP service method. Whatever you are writing in expression tag, that code will become argument of the print method. Okay, so remember this point. What point? In the GSP file, whatever we are writing the expression code, the expression will become argument to out.println present in underscore GSP service method. Okay, so now if you want to print any GSP expressions, so okay, let's now we want to print the current date time. Suppose I want to display current date time. So how you can write? Okay, I'm using expression equal to this is expression. Now here what we require to create? We require to create object. Which class object? Date object. I'm created Java util date object. What it will display? It will display the current date. You can run it. You can check here. It will display the current date and time. One important point: once you write the expression value should not be end with semicolon. So in expression tag, we should not use the semicolon. So this point also you have to remember. The expression will become the argument out.println present in underscore GSP service method. So underscore GSP service method will invoke every time whenever you make a request, yes, no? So whatever code you are written under expression tag, that code will become argument for print method of out object inside underscore GSP service method. Inside GSP expression, the expression value should not end with semicolon. If you are putting the semicolon, you will get the error. Watch here we create new data object. So now this data object become as an argument for print method of out object. Okay. Okay. Now inside expression, second point you have to remember, inside expression we can't take method call. We can't take method call which not returning any value. You can call a method inside expression. You can call a method also. Okay, let's suppose I want to produce random value. Okay, so here we are using break line. Now we are using expression tag. So here we writing math dot. I'm using math class dot. We have random function math dot random. This method what return? It will return random value. Yes, no? So now run it. Watch here. It will return random value. This is a return type method of math class. But in expression, we can't call non-return type method. That point you have to remember. In the expressions, inside expression, we can take method call, but void return type method call are not allowed. Okay. So let's suppose if you are calling any method which not return any value, that method call not allowed. So inside GSP expression, you can write any statement. You can call a method, or you can create an object, or you can write any expression. But remember this point, when you call a method inside a GSP expression, you can call only those methods which return a value, return type method, because whatever it return, it will print. Non-return type method, you have not required to call it. Okay. So inside expression, another point, space is not allowed. If you are okay, if you give the space, then you will get the error also. This point also you have to remember. What point? Inside expression, space is not allowed. Watch here. Here, expression tag we writing angle bracket percentage, and then we are giving the space. It is a gives error. So expression tag whenever you are writing, so first angle bracket percentage immediately equals. Here we not need to give space, and then here this is a closing percentage. And within expression tag, you can write any Java expression, whatever you want to write, any expression, Java expression. So Java expression you need to write. To write the Java expression, you can use what? You can use expression tag. Second thing, in expression tag, we can't declare any variables. Declarations of variable is not need to write inside expression tag. Okay, let's suppose I want to declare any variable. This is expression tag. I'm write declare any variable. So declaration is not allowed. Just you can write any expression. So this point you have to remember. What point? Inside expression tag, we can write declare. We can't write any declaration. Declarations are not allowed. Declaration of variable, declaration of method are not allowed. Okay, we can't write any declaration of variable. We can't write int equal to 10. It is not allowed. So this is a GSP expression tag. Using expression tag, we can write any Java expression. If you want to write any Java expression in a GSP file, you can use expression tag. And next we have scriptlet tag. What is the use of scriptlet tag? Let's understand scriptlet tag. Okay, if you want to write any Java expression, which expression tag we need to use? We require to use expression tag. But if you want to write any Java code, then if you want to write any Java code, then we have required to use scriptlet tag. Scriptlet tag is used to place Java code. We can use scriptlet to place Java code in JSP file. Okay, let's understand how we can write any Java code. Okay. If you want to write any Java expression inside the JSP page, you can use ampersand expression tag. What you can use? Expression tag. If you want to write any Java code, so you can use scriptlet tag. So this is a scriptlet tag. Okay. And here you need to write Java code. Whatever Java code you want to write, you can write Java code inside scriptlet tag. Any Java code. Okay. If you want to write any Java code in JSP file, which tag you require to use? You can use scriptlet tag. Okay. Suppose here we declare one variable. Now here we are using a scriptlet tag. This is a scriptlet tag. Now any Java code. Okay, let's I am writing int count equal to 0, and then we are writing count plus plus. Yes or no? You can place the semicolon here also. Yes or no? We are using the semicolon also. And now we print the count value. So print the count value. How you can print? In GSP we have out object. Out.println, and you are printing the out. Okay, out.println. Okay, save it, run it. Okay, let's here we write down the BR tag. So watch here. Within a HTML page, we can write Java code. Yes, no? Run it. You can check here. Again, we make a request. We can make a request. Whenever you make a request, watch here. So here, what we are writing? Here we are writing the Java code. So using a script like tag, you can write any Java code, whatever Java code you have required. So suppose I want to declare any variables. Okay. If you want to declare any variable, you can declare any variable. And one important point, whatever code you are placing under scriptlet tag, that code will be come under underscore GSP service method. Okay. So whatever code we are placing here under scriptlet tag, that point you have to remember. Whatever code we are placing underscore GSP service method. Okay. Any Java code it will place here. Any Java code that will comes under where underscore GSP service method. So any Java code it will place in generated servlet underscore GSP service method. So using scriptlet tag, you can write Java code. Okay. Using expression tag, you can write any Java expression. Now we have one more tag, that is the declarations. So what is the use of declaration tag? Okay. Declaration tag is used to declare a variable. If you want to declare any variable, you can use declaration tag. So declaration tag is used to declarations. If you want to declare any variable, we can use declaration tag. Any Java declarations. Okay. Any Java declarations you want to do, just declare a variable, declare a method. For declaration of variables, any Java declaration you have required, declaration of Java we need to place under declaration tag. So this is a declaration tag. We can use declaration tag to declare instance variable, instance method, static block, constructor, inner class, any Java declarations. So we have three basically tag. One is the expression tag, angle bracket percentage equal. This tag is used to write any Java expression, any Java expression. Now scriptlet tag, percentage. This is a scriptlet tag is used to write any Java code. Scriptlet tag contain any Java code, any Java code. And now we have declaration tag. How we can write declaration? Angle bracket, percentage, and negation sign. Then it contain any Java declaration code, any Java declaration code. So you can write any Java declaration code under declaration tag. Okay, let's understand one point. Okay, whatever declaration, whatever variable we are declaring inside the declaration tag, that variable are placing outside the underscore GSP service method. So if you declare any variable outside the method inside the class directly, that variable becomes as an instance variable, a static variable, yes, no? So this declaration will be placed directly in the generated servlet, but outside the underscore GSP service method. Suppose you are writing int x equal to 10. So whatever servlet generated for the GSP, so this variable declared directly inside a class. This is become instance variable, and this become what? Static variable, and this becomes instance method. Here we declare one method. Okay. Here we declare instance variable. Here we declare static variable. So under here, what we are here under declaration tag, we can declare any instance variable, static variable, instance method, static method, any Java declaration. Every statement present in the declaration tag should be end with semicolon. That is very important. Okay. Any declaration tag, any statement present in the declaration should be end with semicolon. Okay. Understand now my point. Here you can check here. Here we declare one variable int count equal to 0. Here we are using expression tag. Yes, no? This is a scriptlet tag. Inside scriptlet tag, you can write any Java code. Yes, no? Here we declare int count equal to 0. Yes, no? And then we are writing count plus plus. And then we are writing out dot println. We are printing the count value. And now we have declaration tag. So here we declare any variable. What is the difference? Int count equal to 0, count plus plus. Now and out dot println. We are printing the count value. So actually, if you declare any variable inside a scriptlet tag, this variable become local variable. Why? Whatever code you are placing under inside scriptlet tag, that code will be placed under inside underscore GSP service method. This means the code which written inside the method, that variable become local variable. But whatever code you are written inside the declaration tag, if you declare any variable inside a declaration tag, that variable will be placed outside the underscore GSP service method and inside the class. So that variable become instance variable. So this is an instance variable and this is a local variable. Okay. So I am writing I take this variable name as count1. count 1 and count 1. Now we are using declaration tag. This is the declaration tag. Okay, just 1 minute. I'm writing int count 1 equal to 0, count 1 plus plus. Okay, 1 minute. This is the local value. Yes, okay. Okay. So this variable what become? This variable become instance variable.